You two was down. David Benavidez tells David Morrell, "I'm going to break your mouth and your ribs." I love the intensity, but I believe Morrell will win. Simply because this is going to be a boxing match. People got to understand that, and Morrell is obviously the better boxer. But if Benavidez pulls this off, Canelo got nowhere to run. Let's get it. All right, first of all, David Benavidez tells Morrell he going to break his mouth and his ribs. I believe he got a good chance of breaking his ribs, honestly. Because in boxing, there is one thing that you can't defend as good as everything else, and that's your body. You know, it's easier to defend your head than your body, believe it or not, because you can move your head all day. You can move your head all day. You can block punches all day. To the body, some shit might slip in. You can't move your body how you move your head. Your body's going to get touched, and I believe that his ribs could possibly get hurt. But that's if he stands still. I think Morrell got enough power and enough boxing experience. The only thing I don't believe in is his stamina. I believe that he might gas out, and I think that's David Benavidez's advantage over him, stamina. I don't know what type of regimen Benavidez under, what type of conditioning, what type of cardio he does, but he throw a lot of punches and he don't get tired. I like David, but I hope he's not off that Super Saiyan pack, that super juice. But that's another story for another day. But yeah, Benavidez threw a lot of punches and Morrell gets tired. I believe that might be Benavidez plan. He might try to press him out and get him tired, take him into deep water and try to drown him. But I know he don't have the crazy type of power to hurt guys at 70, or at least he hasn't shown it yet, the ability to hurt guys at 75. So the fight should be interesting. We're gonna see if they can take each other's punch, who lands a big punch first, who takes the other's punch well, and we're gonna see who had the ring generalship, because this is gonna be a open stance matchup, I believe. Orthodox Benavidez versus Southpaw Morrell. So it's gonna be interesting. He said he's gonna break his mouth. I don't believe that. I believe Morrell's defense too good. But if he get hit with some stupid shit, he can definitely get his jaw broken, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But like I told y'all, I don't believe this is gonna be that type of fight. Cause usually when fights like this happen, let's say Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, or Roy Jones, James Toney, Roy Jones, Bernard Hopkins. Those fights, those guys have a lot of skill and power. They respect each other. They don't usually end in knockout. It usually end in a boxing match. Somebody might get knocked down, somebody might get hurt. But whoever got the boxing skills usually wins those types of matches, those big matches. How we saw Crawford beat up Spence. He didn't try to knock him down. They came naturally because he was in the moment. He outboxed him. When he saw openings, he took full advantage, and he knew those openings was going to be there. He trained for those openings for about 5 years. So who knows? Maybe Morrell been training for Benavidez for that same amount of time, and maybe he knows holes in Benavidez's game. Maybe he gonna punch in between his punches to land something big. Who knows? But I do know that, like I said, I love the intensity, but I believe Morrell will win because, like I said, this is gonna be a boxing match, and Morrell's the better boxer. People don't understand. Usually, when these fights are this even, guys gonna box. They're not gonna try to crash out. They trying to crash out on lesser competition to show how good they are, show they deserve to be in the big leagues. But once they're in the big leagues, dudes typically box. Unless your name Mike Tyson. But if you're not boxing, you still get knocked out. We saw Mike Tyson lose to Buster Douglas, to Lennox Lewis, to Evander Holyfield. So if you're a big pressure fighter and knocking people out, you got to learn how to box. You got to learn how to get in the middle of that ring and box and set your power punches up instead of forcing it. Because if any of these dudes force a shot against each other, I believe somebody gonna get hurt. If Morrell leans in instead of stuffs with his punches, he might get hurt. Or if Benavidez comes in with no regard for defense, he gonna get hurt. So I believe this really gonna be a technical boxing match, and I believe Morrell gonna come out on top. I think he gonna use that outside angle, that right hook with the straight left. I think he's gonna exploit that versus David. I don't know how David gonna deal with it. David might go to the body, might try to hit his body, try to slow him down. But I believe that it's gonna be a boxing match. A lot of turning gonna happen. It's gonna be a lot of turning. But I believe at some points they are gonna bite down because they both of Spanish descent, and a lot of Spanish guys like to crash out. We know David Benavidez of Cuban nationality. David Morrell of Cuban nationality, and we know Benavidez, he's American, but he's Mexican and Ecuadorian. So, yeah, we know there's gonna be at some point it's gonna be brutal. Just like Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, they was boxing at one point, but it got brutal towards the end. And I believe this fight gonna be brutal. I hope no headbutts happen, because that Like Roy Jones was trying to defend Katie Taylor, talking about, nah, it's an open stance fight. Headbutts happen. No, she was leading with her head. So I hope this is a clean fight. But if it's a clean fight, everything clean. If skills pay the bills in this fight, I believe Morrell wins with flying colors versus David Benavidez. But if it becomes a rough, brutal fight, I know David Benavidez he likes inside fighting. He likes framing you. He likes throwing a lot of punches on the inside. And they look so quick that you think they don't have nothing on it. But then when he hits you with it, you get hurt. Like Manny Pacquiao, they put a lot of steam on that last punch. You don't block that last punch, you getting tagged, you getting hurt. And David Benavidez like the shoe shine, like Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, Ryan Garcia like to practice shoe shining, but he don't fight like that. If Ryan Garcia fought like that, he would be way more exciting. Not only would he have a big left hook, but Ryan Garcia would be able to throw fast punches and combinations and steal rounds like Sugar Ray Leonard. I think Sugar Ray Leonard was probably one of the best shoe shiners to ever box. If a lot of guys learn how to shoe shine, I swear they would win a lot of rounds just by simply boxing and shoe shining. Stop picking a moment, shoe shining, turning the guy, jabbing to the stomach, controlling, shoe shining, throwing a lot of punches, looking pretty. I think that's how a lot of guys can win. Muhammad Ali used to shoe shine, but he used to throw a lot of straight punches to shoe shine. Sugar Ray Leonard shoe shines, he threw a lot of uppercuts, body uppercuts, a lot of shovel hooks, and throw them in fast succession. And he actually did it in a fight, and that's why they loved him, because he fought so spectacularly and so beautifully, and he boxed so beautifully. But David Benavidez like the shoe shine. If he shoe shine Morrell, he might be able to hurt him, catch him with some shit he don't expect. And bro, I'm excited for this fight. Now this a win for people who love boxing, and I love boxing, and I love seeing people compete. It's crazy to see these dudes grow nuts, and Canelo never grew his. You know, Canelo was been supposed to fight David. He was been supposed to fight Andre. He was supposed to fight Jamal Charlo. He was been supposed to fight these guys, but he never did. So now they calling him the king of the sport, when he's not even undisputed anymore. A lot of the guys, I'm not gonna say that's the only reason he's not the king, because a lot of the kings not undisputed anymore. They lost one of their belts to the IBF. But Canelo's not even fighting his mandatories. Canelo didn't lose his fight because he had a rematch clause. All the other champions lost their belts because of rematch clause. Terrence Crawford lost his IBF belt to a rematch clause. Usyk lost his IBF belt to a rematch clause. Benavidez lost his IBF belt, is going to lose it to a rematch clause, I believe. So Canelo lost his IBF belt because he didn't want to fight his mandatory. So I mean, yeah, man, Benavidez pulls this off. Canelo ain't got nowhere to hide. Canelo got nowhere to hide if Benavidez pulled his win off. If he miraculously beats Morrell, and I'm not saying he crazy outmatched, but it's like an uphill battle for sure. But if he pulls this off, Canelo can't say shit, because that means the dude in 4 fights beat Caleb Plant, Andre, Vosdick, and Morrell if he wins this fight. So it ain't shit people could tell him. He the man if he win this fight. So let me know what y'all think. Let me know who y'all think win this fight. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this. Till next time, man.